squeezed into a tight blue jacket, had gotten out and was complaining loudly on his phone. Jordan tried to engage the slender, vaguely foreign-looking man in the passenger seat, but he just stared straight ahead. Swearing under his breath, Jordan walked around the back of the van. As he rounded the corner, he caught a glimpse of blue jacket and heard a door open behind him. Then there was a brilliant flash of light that didn't seem related in any way to the heavy impact on the back of his head. As his knees buckled, he thought he felt a hand on his back. Then nothing. The van pulled out onto Dunster Street, made the left on Comm Avenue, then merged into the northbound flow on Storrow Drive. Jordan's Prius followed several car lengths behind, with the slender foreign man at the wheel. Neither vehicle ever exceeded the speed limit. 1. Schrodinger's Cat.
But Dr. Parrish, that is absurd. The cat can't be alive and dead at the same time.
Dr. Stephanie Parrish smiled. The corners of her eyes crinkled, and her mouth turned up gradually as if against her will. She glanced at the speaker's name tag.
Of course you're right, Mr. Edelman, but that was Schrodinger's point, reductio ad absurdum. We talk a great deal about the wave function of a particle, the probability of its state. It is only the act of observation that finally forces the particle, or the cat in this case, into one state or the other. Our curiosity kills the cat. You see?
Edelman laughed loudly. He had been drinking steadily during the speeches and was now feeling every inch the magnanimous donor of the university's shining new Edelman library.
Not at all. More confused than ever.
Try again. As one of Harvard's more profligate benefactors, Lawrence Edelman felt absolutely justified in monopolizing the junior professor's time. Stephanie Parrish was, at 38, in his view, without question, the most beautiful woman in the room, and so by rights, his for the evening. Long brown hair streaked with gold framed a delicate oval face, with eyes that hinted at gray, green, and blue, without, appropriately, he supposed, committing to any.
There you are.
Stephanie leaned back slightly to admit Alex Prenn into the conversation.
Larry, how are you?
Alex asked, clapping an arm around Edelman's meaty shoulder.
Good turnout. I'm afraid I'm going to have to borrow Dr. Parrish for a bit.
He nodded to the podium at the front of the ballroom. Don't worry, I promise to bring her back. Edelman murmured something not quite intelligible and steadied himself against a large column.
Thank you,
Stephanie whispered into Alex's ear as he guided her between tables of well-heeled donors and university dignitaries, interspersed with second-tier local politicians and a sprinkling of ferret-eyed big pharma flacks. Prenn had a military carriage. People often assumed, incorrectly, that he was ex-Army or Navy. His short-cropped hair was receding slightly and gray at the temples. He gave her a gentle squeeze as they wove toward the dais. He had his turn. She smiled and leaned into him.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could intrude on your patience one last time.
Alex paused to let the conversational walla subside. There was a clattering of dishes and a shriek of laughter cut short.
I'd like to introduce you all to Dr. Stephanie Parrish. As most of you know, she is Jordan's widow and a long-standing member of the physics department here at Harvard.
Warm applause, sympathy applause. She felt their eyes on her as she stepped to the podium. The genius's widow. They had heard the rumors. Craning to see the wreckage, she felt her face begin to set into the cool, indifferent expression she wore to keep gawkers at bay, but forced a smile.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you all. I promise I won't take too much more of your time. You've been very patient and very generous. I know Jordan would have been incredibly moved.
She glanced at the blown-up photo on its flimsy easel. It was an old picture, from geometry's early days, probably before the kids were born.